Okay, gentlemen, here we go with the NEGOA Week 8 training video. I hope you get a lot out of this. We have several issues that we're going to discuss in the training video this week. One is positioning. We're continuing not to be in the right spot, and that is making it more difficult for us to get the call right. Number two is forward progress. We're still missing forward progress spots. Number three is the ball out or is the ball retained? We don't have the advantage that college officials have. What they're going to do is they're going to, play to the camera because they can go back and look at the video. We can't do that. And if the ball's out, we got to leave it out. If the ball's not out, we got to kill it. But we need to work on that. So a lot of plays to look at this week. I hope this will be a great help to you, and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so here's the bottom line, guys. What we need to do is see the whole play. Let's see the whole play before we make the call. All right, let's move on to the next play. All right, this play is a little bit of a disaster for us. Again, we're talking about forward progress, and is the ball in or is the ball out? So this is going to be a handoff. You judge when you see the play here. Is the ball loose? Here's the tackle here, but the ball is out. Now, what's happening here? This guy's running, but we clearly got a whistle. You notice that the referee, let's move it forward a little slower. Right here, there's an attempted tackle. Whistles are blowing. Referee right here is killing the play. And what we notice right here, it's you got to look right here. The line judge is coming in and has ruled this play down. And so let's go back and let's just see. Let's look at this play. The question here is this ball out? Ball's out right there. Basically on contact, the ball comes out. But the forward progress is not stopped before the ball comes out. This ball is clearly out. Here's the football right here. And just back it up just a little bit. Essentially, you're going to see as soon as this guy is hit, this is a good tackle. There's no helmet-to-helmet contact here, and that ball is out. Now, this is a loose ball. So what needs to happen here is we need to let this play go. Now, we got whistles blowing at some point in here. At some point, the whistle is blowing. So this, as we progress through the play, we're going to see that this was ruled as an inadvertent whistle. Officials are discussing the play, and so we'll see here that what we get is an inadvertent whistle. I think that's coming up right here. All right, there's our inadvertent whistle sign. Now, under the circumstances, I think this crew did a good job of making that decision. I want us to go back and we're going to look at this play again. If we kill one we shouldn't kill, the best solution in this situation is to give the defense the ball if at all possible. So I don't know exactly when the whistle blew, but the ruling is that the defensive team recovered the ball when the whistle blew. They already had the ball in their possession. That is a good decision by this crew, and that was the right decision. Now we see the attempted tackle right here as attempting the tackle, and I think he probably lets the guy go because he's hearing whistle blows. I think had we not had whistles blowing, the guy probably would have been tackled here at the 35 anyway. Now we'll notice that the next play is run from the 45-yard line. So I think at best we cost this team 10 yards. But now This game, I think, was 0-0 when it went to overtime. So 10 yards is significant. Here's what we say, and we should be saying this every game. We should be saying, see the ball. Let's see the ball. Let's get our forward progress spots right. Okay, we have a similar play here. Watch the quarterback is tackled. And I think now what we have is the opposite of what we had in the last play. In this case, I believe we had a player down, and we're gonna back this up, and we are going to take a little slower look at it this time. All right, so I want you to concentrate on the quarterback. He's rolling out this way. He's going to get tackled around the 30-yard line, and we'll run it through full speed first. Looks like he's down, and the ball comes out. And when he has the ball in his possession, and when his rear end hits the ground, then the ball pops out. All right, so probably could have our head linesman getting back here a little bit quicker. Once you see that the play is going to be backed up, once you see the play is in the backfield, it is, let's get back here with the play. The positioning is not bad right here, but this player is on the ground. Ball pops out. Now, another question on this play, the referee sees the guy picking it up. He's turning to run to get ahead of the play. That's a great idea, but I really believe that the referee might have been able to get this as well. His angle's not great. Player's down, then the ball comes out. I think this ball should have been killed. It should have been the offensive team's ball at the 30, 31-yard line. And so it's very important we get our positioning right, and we know whether the ball's in or whether the ball is out. Okay, we're going to have a pooch kick here. This is not a pop-up kick. It's a pretty dangerous play to get a gun. All right, now clearly R touches the ball. So let's back this up and look at it again. What are we looking for here? One, our deep position is good. We're in the right place this time, and we do not have a fair catch call. Ball touched by R. Now, once the ball is touched by R, this is when the clock should start. And then we have recovery by K. The recovery is right here, and I want you to watch what happens. We are killing this play. Good job. This is excellent work right here to get this play killed. K can recover, but K cannot advance a muff. Let's go back and look at the play again. What we want to see here is that the kick is muffed. This is not a fumble, it's a muff. It's touched, clock starts. K recovers. Now, the only thing we did wrong here is you'll notice that our field judge drops a beanbag. There is no need for a beanbag here. This is not the end of the kick because the ball was not recovered by R. And so K recovers, that kills it. And there's really, all we need to do is mark this spot. If we have a foul while that ball is loose, this spot right back here where the ball was kicked from, the free kick line, would be our spot of enforcement on that play. But this is a good job by the field judge, got this right. K recovers the ball. They're not allowed to advance it. We kill it. Good work. Okay, what we're looking for here is positioning. I want you to pay attention to the head linesman. And this looks like it's going to be a pass play. We've got receivers. As you can see, there are receivers downfield. So when the quarterback's rolling out, this is an RPO. We're going to see a lot of that. And looks like right here we got a pass. So we're drifting downfield for the pass. But at this point, the ball is tucked, and we got to run and play. So what I want to see us do here, we'll see the head linesman stops. I don't want us to stop. I want us to back up and get behind this play. We should be not here, but backing up back in here. Don't stand still and let the play run over you. Now, on this particular play, you cannot see it from the film. The offensive team alleged a face mask. There's no way. We can't see that. I don't know if there was face mask or not. Who could see that face mask? Well, our deep judge back here, he's back toward the goal line, which is not bad positioning, because had we had a throw, that's where he's got to be. Now, once we know it's a running play, and we can see the deep is moving up this direction, that's good. I think if we had been in better position here, we might have been able to see that. I don't know. I'm not worried about that particularly, but what we are concerned about is, hey, let's get in the right position to see the play. And we're a little too far ahead of this one, but we get the spot right, so that's good. All right, what we're looking here, this is a pass play, and what we're looking at is the left offensive tackle. Is he illegally downfield? And here's how we want to judge this. Remember now what these linemen are allowed to do. Here's a specific individual we're looking at. They get the expanded neutral zone. So the left tackle, as you can see, comes out, makes contact, he continues contact. He's about 2 yards downfield when the ball is thrown. So here he is right here. There was no call for an eligible downfield, and I think that's the right call. I think the crew got this one right. This contact, I believe this lineman is in the expanded neutral zone. There shouldn't be any confusion. That doesn't look like he's going out for a pass. He's not a guy that's got to be covered. He is blocking a defensive lineman in the expanded neutral zone. And I think it's a good play to look at because it gives us an idea of what we are looking for. But I think we got this call right. I don't think that this lineman is ineligibly downfield. So if we got contact in the expanded neutral zone, that's where we are. And as soon as that ball is released right there, and all bets are off, then the lineman can go downfield at that point. Okay, another pass play. And the question that we're going to ask on this play is this pass interference or not? So let's slow it down this time through. Now, our initial position by the field judge is good. We're on to pile on. But at this point, the goal line is no longer threatened. So the bigger issue on this play is not whether or not it's DPI, it's our positioning. What we need the field judge to do in six-man crew at this point, once the goal line is no longer threatened, the next line that becomes critical in this particular instance is the end line back here. I need this field judge moving this direction 4 or 5 yards this way so that he's got a good angle looking in here at the end line. And I think it's going to give a better view of what's happening on this play. So you can see it looks like the defender's arm is on the back of the receiver, and we get a call for DPI here. It's not conclusive by the film. What we got right here, if we back this up just a little bit, what we have right here is face guarding, which is now legal. There doesn't appear to be any contact at this point. Then, about the time the ball gets there, this is where the contact is made. Now, personally, I don't see DPI there. But again, the bigger issue is I think we had a better view if we're down here a little bit deeper, maybe a little wider and a little deeper to get a better view on this play. We'll run it back again. We'll run it through full speed. Run it back again. Clearly, we've got some base guarding, no contact. Ball gets there, that's where our contact occurs. I really think we have nothing there, but again, I think it's just a matter of let's get in the right position to make the call. Okay, on this play, this is a long run down the near sideline. And what we're looking at again is positioning. And our field judge is in a pretty good spot ahead of the play. He's in a pretty good spot. Um, so we're going to slow this down a little bit when we get down closer to the sideline. Number one, this is great hustle. That's what we want to see. What maybe we'll try not to do is completely turn our back on this play. At this point, I think we're far enough ahead that we kind of wheel around and backpedal back so we get a good view here. We got a wing that should be trailing the play, and we want to make sure we know where this guy steps out of bounds. So did he step out here, or did he step out here? And we're kind of twisted around. We're going to beat it to the goal line, and that's good. That's great hustle. But here's where the play went dead. So we stay ahead of it. We get to the goal line. This is a point at which we're far enough ahead that we could probably backpedal toward the goal line and then come in and get this play. So overall, this is a good job. I don't have really any complaints here about the positioning. I think this is a good call. All right, there's a couple of issues that we want to look at on this play. There's some positioning. Um, it gets over pretty quick. There's some positioning here that we want to look at, and there's a couple things here. I want you to watch number 26. First of all, this play should never be let go because, as you can see, 26 false starts. We got a false start here. 26 starts early, so this play should have been killed for a false start. It wasn't. So now let's watch 26 and let's see what happens. We see him, he's got his arms wrapped around the defender, throws him to the ground. This is a holding call that we got two people, I think, that could get this call. Number one, this is in a six-man crew, this is the head linesman's key. So he should be watching that. Secondly, what we know is we've got a pitch right here. So this is a forward pass. If it's dropped, it's an incomplete pass. It's not, it's caught. We got to run. I think referees, I want you, once you see that pitch is going the other way, I want you moving laterally across the field and following this up. So again, we're talking about positioning here. So referee should be moving laterally at this point. Where you start moving is when this ball is pitched right there. I've got a forward pass right there. I can't have any more forward passes on this play. So I don't have to stay with the quarterback. He's not threatened at all. I want to get across and follow this play. Now we're coming in at an angle. I'd rather see us go laterally and then turn up. You can angle in at a certain point, but so we missed the holding call here is missed. Now this runner goes toward the goal line. I'm assuming the fella in the green shirt here is a ball person, a ball boy. All right. Well, let's look at our positioning here. We're trying to get where we can get all the players out of the way. Where the ball boy is standing is pretty much exactly where our side judge should be. We're too deep. We need to be on the goal line. We're not supposed to be a yard or two deep. We're supposed to be on the goal line. And this, you've got this guy in your way. What I want you to do is I want you to get up here and back this ball person out. He doesn't need to be standing right on top of you. You're going to have to move. You don't want to be tripping over this guy. So when the play comes to the goal line, we move toward the goal line. But again, the ball boy's got to get out of the way. Now we're back up a step or two, and we give the signal. So we weren't there when the ball crossed. If he comes in there and hits that pylon, we're not in the right position to see that. We're a good distance off. I like the distance off the goal line, but not back here. We want to be on the goal line when that guy gets there. So let's be in the right position when this play starts. All right, on this play, we want to put our attention right here on this tight end. This is a tight formation, so we don't have a wide receiver here, so we got a deep judge that's got this guy, and the key for the wing is in the backfield. So this really is something I think that probably the deep should get, but either the deep or the wing can get this play. Now let's notice what's happening here. That is a hold. We're wrapped around him. Our feet are beat, and so then the defender kind of throws him to the ground. That's a hold, and I think we've got to get those calls. So as far as I can tell, there was no holding call on this particular play. All right, so we're going to jump over here to the next play, and we're looking for forward progress. All right, that was the holding play. Let's get back to this play. What we're looking for is, where is the forward progress spot? All right, there's your pitch. Contact is made at the 50, maybe just slightly in front of the 50. Here's the defender. It looks a bit like the guy's running backwards. I get that, but the defender's made contact right there, and he is driving him back. All right. So where's our forward progress spot? Our forward progress spot right here on the 50-yard line. Next snap is at the 46. So we missed this spot by 4 yards. Forward progress, gentlemen, we have got to get forward progress right. We've got to know what forward progress is. I really want to encourage all of our crews. We're coming into a critical part of the season. So I want to encourage all of our crews to talk about forward progress in your pregame this coming Friday night. It gets crunch time, and these are things that we have got to start working on and getting right. Now, again, here is, this is the next play, and what you can see there, the spot of first touching is approximately the 30-yard line. So we're going to take that out. So the mark's out, and so first touching at the 30, the receiving team lets the ball roll all the way back there. So we're coming up, and here's the next play, and the spot of first touching was missed by, in this case, 5 yards. So again, we're talking about spots. We can't cost teams 4, 5 yards and miss spots by that distance. I'm going to suggest that on this punt play, that one of the issues here is that it's a little bit hard to get, because the reason we have a first touching right here at the 30-yard line is because this punt is short. Okay, so again, let's talk about positioning. So here's my side judge, and we appear to be frozen right there. All right, we got to back up with this play. We can't just because even though we had a spot of first touching back here at the 30, that doesn't necessarily mean that's where the play is going to be dead. Bounces off the guy's helmet. The receiver can pick this ball up and run with it. And so, we're talking about positioning now. The field judge is going back with this play, and the side judge is not. He's just kind of standing there watching stuff go on. We got to get on top of this play. Now, again, I'm not sure. We're going to go back to this again and look at this play. So the ball is rolling around on the ground, and now we're moving away from it. I'm not sure what went on there. I don't know if the film cut off too quickly, But let's look again. This is we can't walk away from the ball. We are going to try to get that spot of first touching. But now look, we can't leave the ball back here. Are we killing the play? We can't leave this guy back here with the ball. He can pick this ball up, run back for a touchdown. So apparently we're blowing the whistle, but the receiver can pick up the ball. He can run with it here. So I'm not really sure what happened here, but I've got no side judge and I've got a field judge leaving the ball back here, coming up to get a first touching spot, which is missed by 5 yards from the 32 to 25. So, gentlemen, we can't just leave the ball back here with players chasing it. If we did have a whistle in here, we had an inadvertent whistle, and we're going to have to punt over again. And I can assure you that the receiving team is probably not going to be really happy about that. Okay, we've been pretty tough on this crew the last couple of plays. Let's look at some things they did right. A couple of good plays here. I like the positioning on this play. This is a pass down the near sideline, and I want you to notice the positioning of the field judge. Excellent. We're right where we need to be on this play. We're far enough behind the guy. If he catches this, we can go with him to the goal line. I mean, he's clearly got the defender beat. So if this is a completed pass, we're right with it. We can turn and go with that guy. We're in good shape. That's good positioning. Good job. Now on this play, I want you to watch the lineman number 57 in here, and this lineman is going to be illegally downfield on a pass play. So quarterback's rolling out. He still has the ball in his hands. Let's look where the lineman is. Line of scrimmage was the 43. He's at the 37. He is 6 yards downfield. He's going to end up further than that. So at this point, he is an ineligible receiver downfield. Pass is released right there, and the umpire gets this call. That is a great job. Way to go. Good job by this crew getting this ineligible receiver downfield. Okay, guys, that's it for this week. A little bit long video, but I think a lot of good stuff. Positioning, forward progress. Do we have possession of the ball or not? Let's talk about that in our pregame this week. Thanks for listening. I hope this has been helpful to you. Have a great week and have great games on Friday night. Remember, it's just crunch time. These are region games. They're determining region championships and playoff positioning. Let's be on top of our game. God bless. Everybody have a great week.